Last year you celebrated the 20th anniversary of your career, and a career that started under the name of Little Stevie Wonder, the 12-year-old genius. What are your memories of that?
Of my career?
Oh, the first days, like 63 and the first single.
Well, the beginning, a lot of it is probably studying in school, going on the road, meeting people that I never expected to meet, seeing instruments, playing instruments that I never expected I could play, learning more and more about my voice, getting a certain amount of success, as I did in '63 with Fingertips, and getting a little like big-headed with the egotistical somewhat, but it really wasn't egotistical from the standpoint of being popular as Little Stevie Wonder, but it was more of the desire that I had when people would want me to go and do a television show or do an interview or do all sort of things. I want to watch television, play with instruments or whatever. So it was only somewhat something that a child of 12 or 13 or 14 would want to do.
Right from the start, you were one of the first black artists to cross over, and to cross over is a concept that we find hard to understand. What does it mean?
Well, crossover really being that there are many different kinds of radio stations that exist in the United States. Being that there are many different kinds of radio stations, there are stations that will cater more to a certain kind of music, and that certain kind of music, say if it's considered pop music, then pop is considered predominantly, or it was, not as much as before, but at that time it was considered white, was pop. R&B was black, that whole silly thing. But, jazz was a certain kind of station, and all of those sort of categories came, I think, comes because of the actual flexibility as to being able to listen to and have your station and program the kind of music that you think is most suitable for the audience that you're after. It doesn't necessarily, it has proven to change, as you now have in America. You have urban contemporary, which is kind of like black music done by blacks and whites, and oh my God, it's such a crazy thing. But the point is, real opportunity I had to see that mixture happen was when I came to Europe, was when I toured England and then went to Europe, because I was able to, that sort of influenced how later on I was to work with my albums. So a lot of the fact that I would play and do many different kinds of things in one album was because of the fact that I felt music is a universal language, and anything that you have been exposed to musically, you should share that and must share that with people to make them more aware of many different kinds of music, but also to share with them the fact that you have many loves of many different kinds of music, not just one.
In 1981, you recorded the song entitled "Happy Birthday" and dedicated to Martin Luther King. That started the campaign. What was the idea? What happened?
Well, the campaign really was started some, I would say, almost 8 or 9 years. Well, even before that, some 12 years, 12 or 13 years even before the song. In 1968, there was a congressman from the state of Michigan, John Conyers, who legislation to Congress to make for Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday a national holiday. There was a great deal of opposition for a long time. The bill came up to be voted on, and it was denied, and it went back and forth for many years. Many people celebrated Dr. King's birthday, even though it was at that time pretty much so, in the beginning, unofficial holiday. More and more states began to adopt this day as a holiday for the state. And in 1981 was when the song that I did came out, but it was about 1979 when I did a performance at the Martin Luther King Center for Social Change in Atlanta, Georgia, that I had in my mind a desire and a feeling that it would be great to have at a point this big rally and march to Washington demanding that the Congress pass the legislation to make for his birthday a national holiday. The song was only a musical statement that many people had made for many, many years. I felt that if, in fact, a song could encourage the spirit of what Dr. King was about, I believe the rest of the world agreed in that he was given the Nobel Peace Prize for his works for civil rights, but the civil rights were for all humanities, not just for black, not just for white or red or yellow or brown, but for the family of we people of the world, peoples of the world.
Excuse me, did the government now accept your resolution?
The government, obviously, really the people's desire and demand that the legislation be passed to make his birthday a national holiday. I only look at myself as a catalyst to bringing to major front the desire of the people. That's Washington calling me now.
Anniversary of Martin Luther King, a free day in the United States.
There is now a national holiday.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, there is now a national holiday, which falls on every third Monday, on every third Monday of January. And it is an official national holiday acknowledging Dr. King's birthday as that holiday and acknowledging the works that Dr. King has done for America as an American, but for the world, when we really think about it. I think we really need to move to make a national holiday such as Dr. King's birthday, if in fact not his birthday, as a national holiday to recognize all the people that have lived and died for the principles of unity. And we can think of many people that have done that. Steve Biko, I would say, is a person that you would say died for the rights of people. John Lennon sang about the rights of people. John Kennedy, Robert. There are many, many people, and there are those of your country, I'm sure, in as many countries that I may not well know about, that have lived and died for the principles of the rights of humanities for mankind. We in America acknowledged the leader. This is work for many people that we can go on and on talking about that really are for the rights of people, and anyone that is for that deserves to have that day, and we need to acknowledge them with a day. A day where as the song Happy Birthday says, world peace is celebrated all throughout the world. And then we'll play a little music, have a little fun.
Okay, I think the rest of you can join in now.
Okay.
What did you do during this long time?
I worked on material. I've been working on material, and the next album, which is going to come out, actually you're going to get 2 albums this year. The first one that's going to come out in another couple of weeks is a soundtrack for a film that I did the music to. It's a Gene Wilder film, and I kind of almost by accident got involved with it, but Dionne Warwick called me, and she said that my name had come up, and as just to possibly being writing a theme song. So I said, well, I really get upset and freaking out already because I haven't put the album out. They said, oh, come on. So anyway, it ended up that I wrote 8. In all, there are about 10 in the album. One of the other written by Larry Gittins, the trumpeter for us, and the other Ben Bridges, guitarist, with us. They wrote 2 songs, and I wrote the 8 songs. The film is called The Woman in Red, and film, I liked it, so, you know, I did it. I did that.
It's a sort of a comic movie.
Sort of, yeah, sort of romantic, comic kind of thing. It's a good movie, I think, and it's a sort of different kind of thing, and it kind of puts. It's kind of similar to, I guess you weren't able to see the Saturday Night Live that I did with Eddie Murphy, but there's a show that comes on in America called Saturday Night Live, and it's a comedy show, and I went on with him, and it was, you know, it kind of, you know, there's been so much, you know, Stevie in politics, Stevie in this and all that, so I don't want people to get like thinking that I'm getting heavy into any kind of thing like that. Basically, as with the King bill, I just really saw this desire that many of us have had for it to happen, and it just seemed that everybody was just messing around and nobody wanted to really say, hey, we want this to happen, and this is what the people, you know, put whatever part that I could in there. But, you know, music is really what brought me here, you know, and you know, maybe there's some other goodies that I have to share too, but, you know. But this movie is a, you know, kind of a, it's a kind of comedy, but it's got a little bit of romance in it, a little bit of dream, it's got a little bit of excitement. It's, you know, a lot of fun.
And the second album is also released this year.
The second album is a double album, which is going to be my featured album, my album, of my material. When? Based a lot of what happens with the success of the Woman in Red album. This album will be coming out very soon, right after that album, because it's been a long time, and I have a lot. We're going to do probably about 3 of the songs. I might do a song that I haven't done on this song called Overjoyed, which I might do tonight, along with 3 other songs that we have been doing from the album.
I'm sorry, the film, it came out already?
It's coming out in about, I would say, a month.
In the States, sure.
About the record, will you call yourself a perfectionist?
What
A perfectionist?
you mean, do I call myself that, or do I call the album that?
I asked you if you call yourself that.
Well, I do the best of.
About perfection, how did you like the acoustic of Percy? Where you were playing before yesterday? You like the acoustic?
Acoustic instruments?
No, the
acoustics of the concert hall?
Yeah, of the concert hall.
From where I'm at, from where I see it, it sounds okay. I mean, you know, I'm listening to a whole nother mix than what you hear out front. But I understand that the particular venue is acoustically pretty good in comparison to a lot of other places. Certain places that you play really are, you know, they're big halls, and you know, it's difficult to get to translate what is, you know, what is on the stage and comes to the speakers and then what people hear. But I think that it's pretty good there, seemingly.
Can you tell us something more about your new album? Is it, for instance, a concept album, or?
Yes, it is.
And what is it about?
Well, I think I'm going to keep it kind of a mystery to a degree, right? But I think when you see have you seen the show yet?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay. Well, if you do see the show, then what the stage looks like kind of is sort of a clue to a certain degree as to the album, what it's about. I mean, very in a very abstract way, but it is kind of, you know, it represents to a degree. The title is In Square Circle, but you'll have to kind of feel it out. Perhaps if they can work it out, maybe I'll come when they release the album over here and sit down with everybody. We'll go through it, you know. But I'm excited about it. It's been you know, a long time, and a long time going back and forth. They wanted me to do a single album. They said that the marketplace was not really ready for a double. I said, well, come on, I want a double album because basically I don't want to get into it being like, well, just because someone else did a single and just because it did this amount and that did whole, you know, it's what I feel. I have a lot of material, and even some yet won't be able to go on the album. But like that was a song that I wrote. It's really funny. I wrote 2 songs. One the morning prior to the morning before the day that Marvin died.
The